Hello guys, so today I'm going to be doing an update on my two fire ant queens. If you guys watched my last video, I showed off my two fire ant queens, and today we're going to be seeing how they have been doing. So here are the queens. There are two of them, as I said, and one of them you can see only has eggs and the other has larvae. I'll get into that later, but for now I'm going to talk about how I got these queens. So in the area I live in, these fire ants are extremely invasive. So I do not buy them from anyone, and I really don't collect them ever during nuptial flights. I mean, if I see one, I'll obviously grab it, but usually what I do with these is I will go out to different wild nests I know of, and I usually get rid of the nest because they are invasive and they ruin the ecosystem. But before I get rid of them, I go into the colony and I take all of the infertile queens and males I can find, and I will do this a couple times during the summer when they start producing elates. After this, I usually end up with about like 50 to 100 elates, and I will go home and I will breed them. And it takes a while, and I usually only end up with about 5 queens who lay eggs, and usually only 2 of them end up becoming fertile because it is a very difficult process. But here, this year, I only actually had 1 queen end up being fertile. This other queen here, unfortunately, is not fertile. Here is the queen that is not fertile, a little close up. Now, you may be thinking, well, she laid eggs, isn't she fertile? Well, this is not the case. With some species, including fire ants, well, actually many species, they lay infertile eggs if they are fertile to feed their young. And since she's not fertile at all, so there's no young to feed, she's just laying infertile eggs and they die, and then it just repeats itself over and over again. Now, this is very unfortunate, but I do not like to let anything go to waste, so this queen will have its own special fate. Now, moving on to this next queen, which is fertile, and she has all those larvae there, all those eggs, and she has quite a bit of larvae actually, which is normal for fire ants as they are extremely fast growing, and it becomes a problem later on because they become very hard to manage, which is another reason I do not recommend these ants for beginners. First reason being they are invasive, so if you're in an area where they're invasive and they get out, then that's really not good. And they get out of control very quickly. But yeah. Now here is a better look at her in the tube. She is a beautiful queen ant. She is a very darkish red, which is really cool. The fire ants, even though they're the same species, they can come in sort of the same colors, but with different shades. Like this one here is a darker red, and our other infertile queen is not a dark red. But yeah, here she is. She's just tending to her eggs. Up there you can see some smaller eggs in the corner. Those are most likely dud eggs that are laid to feed the larvae. But this is not actually the only way they will feed their larvae. Another way they are going to feed their larvae, which you can see the yellow larvae. They're not yellow because the ants are going to be yellow. They are yellow because she is breaking down her old wing tissue, like the muscles that used to function for her wings, and she is feeding it in this sort of soup to her larvae. Now, after they hatch, she will eventually run out of this, and that's, the workers will go, they'll get her food, which is what they're supposed to do. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. And a few of you guys have asked me to post like guides on how to keep queen ants and even specific species, and I will be making those soon if you guys actually want them. So let me know what kind of videos you guys want, and if you want, like guides on ant keeping and any specific species, let me know and I will make the video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and bye.